My name is Alyssa Reffitt, and this is my original contribution assignment as part of my Capstone experience for curriculum and instruction at the American College of Education. Hello, and welcome to this Classroom Management Strategies online presentation. This presentation is in the form of an online webinar and is geared toward elementary teachers of all experience levels. Whether you are a new teacher or veteran teacher, this online professional development session can be useful for you. I will be discussing effective classroom management strategies ranging from behavior management systems to utilizing a behavior matrix to understanding the effects of a responsive classroom approach. First, we need to clarify what classroom management is and what it consists of. According to Nagler, classroom management is intended to provide students with more opportunities to learn all the things that a teacher does to organize student space, time, and materials so that students' learning can take place. Classroom management strategies allow teachers to create a strong sense of structure and routine in the classroom so that students can get the most out of their learning. For example, if students understand routines, transition times decrease, which increases the amount of time for learning and instruction to take place. This goes hand in hand with behavior management, which allows teachers to provide more time for learning when students understand classroom expectations and show appropriate behavior. The 6 classroom management strategies I will be covering in today's presentation are how to implement a behavior matrix, and I will be providing an example of a behavior matrix used currently at the school I teach at, Longfellow Elementary. I will also be going over the importance and specific examples of whole class and individual behavior management systems used in elementary grade levels, as well as the importance of relationship building, providing a positive learning environment, how effective communication with families benefits teachers and students, and lastly, utilizing a responsive classroom approach. Before I get into the importance of implementing and following a school-wide behavior matrix, I want to share this quote from an article called Effective Classroom Management and Positive Teaching. According to Nagler, to be successful, teachers must be able to establish appropriate student behavior in their classrooms in order to maximize the time that they and their students spend on learning. For a productive learning environment, it is also important to generate goodwill, respect, and cooperation. Behavioral matrices include expected classroom behaviors, incentives, and/or rewards, along with intensity offenses and the corrective responses that may occur based on grade level. Creating a behavioral matrix is a lengthy and important process in order to effectively create school-wide standards for students. There needs to be support, accountability, and consistency from all staff members for a behavioral matrix to work with full potential. According to Calderella, positive behavioral supports is a systems model for behavior management that advances beyond punitive, reactive responses to undesired behaviors by employing an applied method of teaching, positively reinforcing and continually expanding an individual's behavioral repertoire. A behavioral matrix is able to apply these principles in a school with the goal of reducing problem behaviors while building behaviors that are appropriate. Even when students are equipped with pro-social skills, they need to be motivated to use them. Therefore, the behavioral matrix can be used for each grade level to identify which incentives or rewards are most appropriate. Encouraging students to make the right choices will result in a more positive school environment. Along with this, it is crucial to have consistency when referring to corrective responses and/or consequences that take place when an intensity offense occurs. If students in each grade level are held to the same standard, they will have a clear understanding of school-wide behavior expectations. For example, the school I teach at, Longfellow Elementary, uses a school-wide behavior matrix that goes along with our school motto, PAUSE, which stands for Practice Respect, Accept Responsibility, Work Together, and Safety First. As you can see, this behavior matrix shows the behavior expectations for all crucial times throughout the school day: arrival, playground, hallway, classroom, technology or computer lab, the cafeteria, and dismissal expectations. Each behavior expectations is broken up into categories that cover our Longfellow Links pause expectations. This behavior matrix is to be implemented school-wide in order to effectively teach behavior expectations across all grade levels, kindergarten through 6th grade. The goal is that all staff in this school collectively use these expectations in order to create a strong and effective school and classroom management environment. Next, I will be discussing the use of whole class behavior management systems. According to PhilCheck, research has indicated that behavioral techniques like token economies, response cards, and positive reinforcement are effective in reducing the amount of inappropriate behavior exhibited by disruptive children in the elementary classroom setting. And because the number of children with behavior problems is increasing, whole class interventions may be more time and cost efficient. Whole class behavior management systems are extremely beneficial when it comes to creating a strong classroom management learning environment. These systems allow for students to work together in order to earn rewards and creates a positive classroom learning environment. For example, students can work collaboratively to establish the classroom rules and expectations for the school year. This provides an opportunity for students to have a say in how they should be behaving in school. Token economies and whole class incentives can be used to encourage students to work as a team in order to earn class rewards such as 5 minutes of extra recess, treasure box, a treat, lunch with the teacher, extra free time, or earned math game day. So, moving on from a whole class behavior management system to individual, it is important to establish clear expectations and positive reinforcement for individual students. This may be something that all students can work toward individually or can be implemented for specific students that may be having challenging behaviors that need extra support. According to Sieber Nagler, teachers who regularly provide feedback to their students regarding the accuracy and appropriateness of their responses and their work have higher achieving students. The most effective feedback provides constructive information, praise, and encouragement as appropriate and is immediate and specific. Some examples of individual behavior management systems involve earning rewards through positive behavior exhibited, having one-on-one specific feedback to students in order to create learning or behavior goals, earning rewards like treasure box or lunch with a teacher through sticker charts or ticket reward systems. It is also important to work closely with families when dealing with challenging behaviors so parents and teachers can work together to find the best solution and support the child in the most positive way to increase social, emotional, and academic learning. Next, I would like to touch on the importance of relationship building causing a positive learning environment when it comes to establishing effective classroom management. According to Yassine, the environment when it comes to establishing effective classroom management, according to Yassine, this student-teacher relationship or relationship building is a simple and effective strategy for shaping student behavior. Research has demonstrated that student problem behaviors can be reduced and overall climate enhanced when a focus is placed on increasing positive student-teacher relationships. Therefore, there should be a large emphasis on student-to-teacher relationships when it comes to providing a positive classroom learning environment. For example, it is important for teachers to get a better understanding of student interests, having one-on-one time with students, going to extracurricular activities that students are involved in, overall having fun in the learning environment, playing games, sharing stories, and actively greeting and dismissing students daily by name. According to Kraft and Daugherty, stronger teacher-to-student relationships expanded parental involvement and increased student motivation. So I want to place a large emphasis on these teacher-to-student relationships. These relationships go a long way and can only benefit your classroom and behavior management. Next, I want to cover how you can better communicate with families in order to help your classroom management structure. Parental involvement can be a huge benefit in not only the classroom learning environment, but in students' academic achievement and learning development as well. A few things to keep in mind when it comes to communicating with families is that it is important to contact often. Find out the best ways families want to be reached, whether that be through the phone, email, text, using an app like Class Dojo or Remind, etc., and contact families frequently throughout the school year. Parents want to be actively involved in their child's learning. Always approach the relationship with families with respect. Let them know positive things that are happening in the classroom and that you are on the same team when it comes to their child's success in school. Always let parents know how their child is doing academically. You can also provide examples of activities they can be working on at home. Parents want to feel supported in their child's academic achievement. Lastly, I want to touch on the responsive classroom approach. A responsive classroom is an evidence based approach that connects social emotional learning to academic success. Implementing responsive classroom strategies would be extremely beneficial when creating a strong sense of classroom management. Each of the 6 strategies listed are according to the authors Horst, Chen, and Wagner from the article titled The Responsive Classroom Approach, A Caring, Respectful School Environment as a Context for Development. Morning meeting provides a daily opportunity for greeting sharing, a group game or activity, and a daily letter from the teacher. This all can provide an opportunity for children to learn and practice social and academic skills like speaking in front of others about meaningful experiences, listening to peers, responding appropriately, working cooperatively, and using knowledge they have recently learned in class. Next, rules and logistical consequences involve classroom management tools designed to promote and sustain a sense of community and instill good habits in children. These can be developed at the beginning of the school year by teachers and students together. It's important that rules are positive statements that establish guidelines and expectations. Next, academic choice is giving children choices at school and helps them develop a sense of ownership in regard to their own learning process. Next, guided discovery uses modeling and demonstration to teach skills and concepts. Students also learn and practice social skills that promote cooperative learning. Next, classroom organization. The physical environment should also contribute to the development of a classroom culture constructed by the students and teacher together over time. For example, students can gather together at the carpet, work in small groups at tables, and flexible seating can be used for individual work time. Last, assessment and reporting to parents refers to the ongoing home to school communication between parents and teachers, and it helps both parents and teachers understand how to best promote children's academic learning and social emotional development. I want to take the time to thank you for being a part of this online presentation about how to effectively implement classroom management strategies. I hope that you can walk away with a few examples that you can implement into your classroom. Before you go, I would like to reflect on classroom management as a whole. First, reflect on your own classroom management style. What is a strength that you have? What is a weakness that you may have? Then ask yourself to reflect on how classroom management strategies affect the learning environment and the overall student academic achievement. Last, I would like you to choose a goal to improve your classroom management technique. Remember, being a reflective teacher allows improvement to be made. Thank you so much for listening to this online webinar.